I know the end of the last episode was a little bit of blue balls because I didn't hook up the intercooler piping, which means I couldn't take the car out for a drive and show it to you guys and start it and make turbo noises and stuff. So today we are going to complete the intercooler piping for the most part, put a little bit of E85 in this thing because it's got only E85 in the tank, and take it out for a rip. This is a little bit conditional because I don't have the blow-off valve flange, which means I won't have a blow-off valve in this intercooler piping. So today we are simply hooking up all the intercooler piping so that it's 100% done. And then in a future video, maybe the next video, we're gonna remove one of the pipes to weld on a blow-off valve flange so that way we can have a blow-off valve. So today, I won't be able to like full boost rip it, but I'll for sure hit like 10 pounds or something, which is gonna be gnarly. I haven't gone fast in this car in probably 4 months, but today, we're gonna go fast. This is exactly where we left off. This isn't even hooked up, it's just chilling in here. I was kind of just starting to mock things up so that I could see how the piping was gonna look and how it was gonna fit. This side, I haven't put much thought into whatsoever, but I assume obviously it's just gonna go through here, kind of turn up, and then go into the throttle body. That side is what it is. That's just a matter of cutting the right pieces at the right spots to get from here to there. This side, however, is gonna be a little bit of a challenge because right now, as you can see, the turbo is clocked forward, pointing straight at the intercooler. That's not necessarily a problem, but what is a problem is that I haven't really figured out how to clock this turbo yet to get from here around and into the turbo. My best bet, I think, is gonna be to point it almost back at the engine block and then have like a 90-degree coupler come this way. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but I'm gonna try. With that said, I think stage one here is to remove the crash bar and intercooler and get the turbo clocked how we want it. See if I can even get a 90-degree coupler on the turbo in the first place. If we can accomplish that goal, then I can reinstall the intercooler and start making the pipes that go from the intercooler to the turbo. I'm so pumped to hit a little bit of boost with no blow-off valve because we should get a good amount of turbo flutter and like, let's get started so we can go take this thing out for a rip while we still have sunlight. Oh, dude, that's tight. Gonna have to unbolt the oil drain, I think, which kind of sucks. I really don't want to mess up that gasket. I just don't think that this turbo bolt is gonna clear. I don't think it clears the fitting, so, and we gotta rotate back. So let's remove oil drain and then loosen the turbo bolts and clock the turbo backwards. Ooh, they were not tight. That one wasn't at least. I guess that one wasn't very tight either. Let's see if we can get this thing. Oh, dude, that might work really nice, actually. That's very close to working. If I just cut the coupler shorter by a little bit, it's gonna work really nice. That was pretty clean cut. Oh, dude. Dude, that's money. That's money. You can see we got plenty of room between the oil drain and the traction bar bracket, whatever that thing's called, AC bracket. Let's see what it looks like from up top. Yeah, I mean, that's super clean. You can actually read precision turbo. That's looking pretty promising so far. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt the turbo down so it doesn't rotate anymore because the clocking seems perfect. We can rehook up the oil drain, rehook up all the oil lines for the turbo, and then I'm just gonna start running piping from the turbo to the intercooler. We're gonna use a lot of couplers here, by the way. We may weld up all this piping in the future and get it like Cerakoted or something. I would love to do that. But for now, we're gonna be using couplers on everything. And there's gonna be a lot of cuts. There's gonna be a lot of couplers involved. We're not trying to go for 600 horsepower here. I just wanna make that clear. We're going for like sub 500. 450, money. 480, money. So it should be under 20 pounds of boost. I only have these blue couplers left. They're just for mock-up purposes, and I will not be using them in the final assembly. Yeah, that fits great. All right, we ran into a little bit of a problem, and I've been at a bit of a standstill for a few hours now. The turbo side of the intercooler setup is done. It's all clamped down and completely finished. The intake pipe side of the intercooler is not finished. I need one 45-degree bend, I need 5 couplers, and I need 12 clamps in order to finish that side. I've been searching social media for the past 3-4 hours now, trying to find those pieces. And finally, one person has them, and he's downtown, and he has hooked me up so many times in the past. Let's head out there and grab all these parts from him. Also, Kern and Chief stopped by. What's up, dog?
Say hi.
That's it? Oh, Joker.
I get to see a set in person. I mean, I've seen, I've seen these in like an Ategi, like mud.
Now, when I was grabbing the piping and the couplers and the clamps, we weren't too sure if these were 2.5 inch or 2 1/4. We measured, but some of them were out of round, so I still don't know. I should have brought a piece of piping to kind of match it up and see what it actually ends up being, but I'm about to find out. I just drove over an hour to get these, so hopefully they're right. All right, everybody pause the video, leave a fingers crossed emoji in the comments. And we're mint. Well, technically that is a complete turbo kit. Damn, this car looks freaking mint right now. Look at all that. That's a whole beefcake right there, boys. Obviously, the couplered look isn't the cleanest thing ever, but the rest of the bay is super clean. Obviously, the wastegate dump and downpipe look really nice. The crash bar, the whole front end is looking pretty sick. Now, I do want to start it right now, and I do want to take it out for a drive, but I should really do one thing before I do that. And that's take all the intercooler piping apart and deburr the inside of the piping and make sure that it's clean and there are no metal shavings inside of the piping. As of right now, I just cut them all, slapped it all together, and I haven't done anything else yet. So there's still a bunch of shavings and like yucky stuff inside the piping. I don't want any of that ending up inside of the built motor. So I gotta disassemble it, deburr, reassemble it, then we can take it out for a drive. It is officially the next day. We had a little bit of a hiccup last night, and that was I stopped working on the EG to go to a car meet because it was so nice out last night in the middle of February here in Chicago. And both car meets ended up being a bust. Like, the cops came to the first one and nobody was even there when we got there. And the second one, nobody even showed up. So that was a bummer. I'll put a little clip here of me racing my friend's 1.5 liter turbo Honda Accord in the 8th gen. Anyway, we're back, and this morning I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. I have to get this intercooler piping reassembled. I deburred it last night off camera, so it's all laid out here on the floor and ready to go back on the car. I have to get this done in the next like 45 minutes because I still have to take this car around the block, and I have to re-enable my insurance on it because I've had it on storage insurance. I gotta get that all done before my friends Nick and Adam get here because we're gonna be going out and filming some rollers, which I'm hyped about. But we can't do that until this piping is together and the car has insurance. So I gotta do those two things ASAP. Obviously, a prettier way to do it would be to weld everything. Even for using couplers, I will say I'm fairly satisfied with the routing, how it turned out. And like I was saying earlier, I think the perfect way to give you guys a test drive of this car is going to be to film some rollers. So far so good. I actually even took a few minutes to dial in the idle the other day. It ain't perfect, but let's take it around the block regardless. All right, I'm basically out of E85, so I'll have to make this one quick because I really don't want to push this thing back. Basically, I just want to get it up to temp and make sure that nothing's broken. I'm gonna try to like tip into it a little bit, see if I can get a little bit of turbo noise, and then we're gonna just go back. I heard it. I don't think you guys could hear it. AFRs look solid. Everything feels good so far, sounds good. Yeah, I heard a little. Let's get her pulled back in and just check everything out and make sure that everything looks all right. There's no massive leaks, nothing weird going on, and then we'll be ready to go out and shoot rollers with Nick. And I gotta get E85 really bad. This is a problem. Those of you that said that I really need to add supports to the top of the intercooler were most definitely correct. It's totally vibrating around. I already put tape on it. I need to add something to the top. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I will. Damn it, I knew this was gonna be a problem, but I smashed my radiator cap by accident with the hood, and it's leaking. That's a big problem. All right, we got the radiator cap, we got the E85. Let's head back to the boost cave, get these things on the Civic, and we can take this thing out and film some rollers with my friends Nick and Adam. Real quick before we head back to the boost cave, I just want to leave you guys with something that I've been doing this week. On top of going to the gym, I've started just talking to God and just asking him for help. You know, just talking to him like a friend. And just asking him for his guidance on a couple of problems that I've had in my life over the last week or so. And guys, it works. Absolutely. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know that like for some reason religion is kind of a weird thing to talk about on social media these days or just in general, but don't have shame in your faith. Don't have shame in your faith. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because those of you that are out there that are struggling with stuff, right now, pause the video and just talk to God, tell him about your problems, and just ask him to make the path clear for you, and then come back to the video. I think you'll be really glad you did. All right, back to the boost cave. Dude, Nick and Adam just came through, and Nick just gave me a turbo EG hatch Hot Wheels. That is sick, bro. Oh, dude, I'm throwing this in the TV. That is so sick, dude. What a gift. Disco. That's tight. I think it was like 5 pounds of boost or so. My reactions are always so delayed nowadays. Not that I'm used to the power or anything, I'm just focused, you know? That was fun though. No blow-off valve is kind of awesome because you really hear the turbo flutter. I know it's probably not the best thing for the turbo, but like I said, we're gonna be adding a blow-off valve very soon. So far, man, this thing is driving absolutely awesome. The alignment is definitely an issue. The car is lower now than it was before with the drag coilovers. So the alignment's definitely way off. It feels very darty, like it feels like it's grabbing the cracks in the road and steering itself. I don't like that. No one likes that. But I mean, we haven't overheated, which is great. I've constantly had overheating problems with this car. So far, it's staying nice and cool. And God, dude, it is 65 degrees in February in Chicago. B series.
Haven't seen one of these in a while, man.
Yeah. What's your name?
Carlos.
Carlos, I'm John.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Have a good one, man.
Hey, you too. Well, boys, ending off today's video at Chick Evans Golf Course here in Golf. Is this golf? Yeah. Are we in golf?
It's golf.
We're in golf, playing golf. Driving the EG today for the first time after doing all that work to it was so rewarding. It was so fun. We still obviously have a few more things to do. I have to weld in a flex pipe for the new downpipe. That is on the way. UPS lost the first one in the mail, so I'm waiting on a new one to come in. And the blow-off valve flange just came in as well. So I do have to add the blow-off valve, the flex pipe, and then realistically, we can go get this car tuned. That was fun. Anyway, I don't know exactly what the plan. Oh, don't get stuck in the tree. Oh, nice. Hey, that was perfect. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen in the next video, like exactly what we're gonna be working on. I know we're gonna be buttoning up the EG, doing some final finishing touches on the setup, and getting it ready for the dyno. Anyway, boys, I'm ending this one off here. Gonna play a couple holes of golf. It's just so beautiful out today in February. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Booster John. We deserve nothing, earn everything. Bye-bye.